Oli, Pop Rock Radio. Estás escuchando Jamie Roxx de Pop Rock Radio. Manténganse al tanto.
Hej, det här är Hits från Sverige och ni lyssnar till Pop Rock Radio med Jamie Roxx.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. This is the Pop Roxx Radio Talk Show. I'm your host, pop art painter Jamie Roxx, and this is the big show. You found it. I sure am glad you did. It is it's a weird day here in South Florida. A weird week. And my guest today is going to laugh about this because we're in the midst of, it happens twice a year, maybe 3 times, these cold snaps air from Canada comes down. People in Florida lose their mind. People leaving the house to walk their dog and stuff, and they're bundled up like Inuits. It's just insane. And this morning, when I got up, and I get up super early, I'm an old man, but I got up and I went to take the dog out, check on our outdoor cats, make sure they're doing okay. And the temperature, it was chilly this morning. We were at 51 degrees Fahrenheit, which I don't know what that is Celsius, but it's probably, 100 degrees Celsius or something. It's not bitter cold like you would think, but nobody's used to it here. We did have a falling iguana yesterday, fell out of the tree, stunned and frozen. Not frozen, they call them frozen iguanas here. When it gets cold, they're a reptile, so they get stunned and they freeze as in non-moving, not freezing as in frozen water. And this guy was big. He was like 3 foot long without the tail, long as me. Big lizard, felt, yay big around. And he wasn't happy with the cold, and he laid there, and the sun came out and warmed him up, and then he went back up in the tree. Or he, tried to swim to Mexico or so. I don't know. But he was gone. Everybody hates the iguanas down here. My wife was asking me, she said, you going to dispatch it? I'm like, no. To get that big, that guy had a long, good iguana life. I couldn't bring myself to do that. He deserved to do iguana stuff. He's been around a while, I think. Anyhow, also another cool thing with my guest today, she has a dog, as we just heard. And I also am a big dog lover, as people may or may not know with Studio Dog Mailing. But yeah, big dog lovers here. That's cool. So without further ado, oh man, before we went on camera, I should have asked this, but I'm going to do my best with her last name. I'd like to welcome, she's a indie folk singer-songwriter from Toronto, Canada, Miss or Mrs., I'm not sure, Alex Krawczyk? No, Alex, I don't know, because the Y and the K should be reversed. I don't know. Can you tell us, please?
It's Krawczyk.
Krawczyk. She's a crafty chick.
I'll
never forget that.
Exactly.
Never. Alex Krawczyk. I love her music. I got her press kit from the fine folks over at MTS, and I got to say, I was really impressed. Everything Alex Krawczyk, it's just amazing. Her music really been being played a lot here in the studio, I got to tell you. Good stuff. Alex, how are you today up in the frozen north?
Hi, Jamie. Thank you so much for having me. We are also experiencing quite a cold spell, maybe a little bit more dramatic than yours. We got snow piled as high as the cars all over the city of Toronto, and our city's running at less than half capacity on the roads. But we are getting used to it. And before we start, I wanted to virtually offer you some tobacco in gratitude for having me on your show today, because we discussed before that you're from the Cherokee Nation.
That's right.
I'm just really grateful to be here, and thank you for listening to my music.
Thank you. Yeah, as I said, that's wicked cool. I'm telling you, there is genetics smiling in my soul right now. She's got a cool teacup there. Did you see that, folks? It's got a wolf on it. And the Aurora Borealis. Fantastic. Did you see them this year? There's been a couple times this year when
I have not seen them.
They don't get down to the city, do they?
Lots of people have seen them. I just haven't been.
I got you.
Yeah.
Out doing indie folk rock star type stuff, signing things, going to cafes, things that one would do. Teasing you. And I love your pillow behind you too.
Thank you. I put it on purpose. We can do hard things. We also got our Toronto Blue Jays blanket there, who
Nice.
we were in the World Series and we lost in Game 7, but we're super proud of our team.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. They don't just pick people at random to be in the World Series. You got to work pretty hard to even get in the World Series. That's an accomplishment unto itself, in my opinion. I know I'm going to get emails from people, but let's see you go out there and do 9 innings. So I say that to a lot of critics, not just with art, but with anything. When I do engage, I got to a point where I really don't argue with people online. Like, I made a post about the new Star Trek series the other day. I said, I don't see what everybody's complaining about. I think it's pretty good. And man, some kid, wow, they've ruined it with the blah, blah, because an episode, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, it's a TV show. Just relax. Be happy you get to go to that world. Well, it's a disservice to the I'm like, okay, number one, tell it at the next shareholders meeting, because I'm assuming by the way you're acting, you have skin in the game. You've written a check. No, and I'm glad because they're going to go broke, just like Disney. I'm like, dude, I was just at Disney 2 weeks ago. They're selling $35 hamburgers. No problem. There was a line down to the Ferris wheel. Don't worry about Disney. Alex, I think something happened. Are you?
I'm here. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Okay.
I just went on mute because the dog kept barking. So
I gotcha. No, it's fine. Technical stuff, folks. A little meter I have here, and I'm like, uh-oh, did we lose her? Oh, no, it's fine. Don't worry about the dogs. Dogs are fine. Anybody that comes to my house or knows me, my dog has a serious hatred, and I use the word hatred's a terribly strong word.
Yeah.
She does, of UPS drivers and Amazon delivery trucks. I don't know what with our dog, we have a couple rules. She's allowed to bark if somebody's directly in front of the house or if somebody comes to the yard, because she has her little window she looks out of, and whatever she's barking at has to be on our plane of existence. I have to be able to see. If she's barking at something that I can't see, I don't want to know about it. Does me no favors. So we have an understanding. Anyway. So, Alex, you're in Toronto. Did you grow up in the city? You grew up
I did. Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
I grew up in the city. I left for a little bit of time to live in the West Coast in British Columbia. One of the songs on the album is actually about the West Coast and how beautiful the coastline is. And it's just really a special place, the Pacific Northwest. But now I'm back in Toronto.
I got to tell you, with the Pacific Northwest, in our family, my wife watches the ghost hunting show. She's into all the spooky stuff like that. I'm more of the skeptic in the family on a lot of things, but I'm old enough to know that I don't know everything, and I've seen enough weird stuff in my life. Nothing crazy, folks. Just relax. But I've seen stuff, and stuff has happened in the world that I never thought would. Or let me put it this way: I thought I had a pretty good beat on things, and I've learned that I haven't. And there is no shame in saying, I called that wrong. Let me course correct on my viewpoint. I do that daily, believe me, me.
I think that's pretty normal in life, yeah.
One of the things I thought I had a pretty good beat on was Bigfoot. No way, they would have found a skeleton. Are you kidding me? Blurry pictures, that's all you got and whatnot. And then I had a show in Portland and the one in Seattle. And I always carry a bunch of paints with me, and you can't fly with paints because it's liquid chemicals and stuff. Yeah. So I was on the old Dirty Dog. I was on the Greyhound, or the Trailways is what they had out there. And I rode up through that area. And I'm looking out the giant windows on the bus. And I'm looking at that rainforest they've got up in there. And I'm going, there could be a dinosaur in there. It is thick. I've never seen that many trees before. And I was like, so I changed my viewpoint. Not saying I've heard anything or seen anything. I'm just saying I've seen those trees. It's possible anything could be out in there. Just saying. So yeah, the West Coast, I love that area though. It's real nice. When I was a little kid, grade 2 and 3, And was it 4 or 2? I can't remember now. My dad he had to go to a couple plants in Chatham, Ontario. So he lived for a couple years in Chatham, Ontario. I discovered much music and all those fantastic Canadian Doug and the Slugs and the Northern Pikes and all that stuff. I just loved it. It was almost Americana, but it wasn't in America. Had that country vibe to it out west there. And I just thought it was amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, this has nothing to do with my guess. If you get a chance and you can find, what's the name of that band? I'm trying to think. Oh, Luther Wright and the Wrongs. I don't even know if they're still together. But they did an album where they took Pink Floyd's The Wall and did it bluegrass.
Wow.
And you're thinking that would never work. It absolutely works, and it's genius.
Cool.
Look that up on YouTube or the record store or whatever. It's worth hearing. But our guest today, she has some fantastic music herself, and I was just blown away with it. Did you, when you were a young girl, were you always the music gal? Did you, or girl, did you
Yes,
know
I
that
grew
this is
up
what you'd be
singing,
doing?
playing piano. I was in some choirs, little plays and stuff. Yeah, it was always music, and has always been a big part of my life, and I'm so grateful for it.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm a big music guy. And it's funny because people see me and they're like, yeah, we know. Synth pop in the 80s. Everybody has to have a British accent and a keyboard. I'm like, no, I like that kind of stuff. I like all kinds of music. I'm a big classical guy. I'm a big I grew up in Detroit. Of course I'm into, I know Motown like a Southern Baptist preacher knows scripture because I just grew up around jazz, stuff like that. But I have really gotten into indie and folk music over the past, I've always liked it, but I've really gotten into it over the past, I would say 5 to 10 years because of the storytelling aspects of it. It really paints with a great brush. I can easily see the story, and there's a lot of relatability into a lot of those stories. So I'm just a big fan of it. And it's funny. People are like, you used to have trance DJs on the show. Now you're on this folk kick. And I'm like, well, it's just, what can I tell you?
Trance is fun too, though. Sometimes
yeah, it is. But I'm telling you, for 30 years, I lived in that world. Nightclubs, that's where people who bought my art were hanging out. So I was hanging out, like out on the West Coast and stuff. And after a while, you're like, 30 years. I don't need laser beams and fog machines. I like them occasionally, but I don't even go out now. I tell people I'm a retired club rat. Back in the day, 3 or 4 times a week. I'm married now. I got a dog. I'd rather watch TV or something, or YouTube videos from former spies or something. I'm an old man. I find that stuff. My latest kick this week, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's making the rounds on all the YouTube shows. It's some guy who, I don't know, he lives in the Amazon, and he's trying to drum up support for the anti-logging and all the terrible things they're doing there. But he tells Amazon rainforest stories, and I'm like, 20-foot anaconda, I got to know about that. I'll go to bed after. And then 3 hours later, I'm sitting there. Okay, I know what to do if the anaconda attacks now. And
well, speaking of these stories, I was up in the Nahanni River, which is in the Northwest Territories in northern Canada, with a group of women in the summer, a group of incredible women, Canadian military army veterans and civilians, and it was really amazing. But the Nahanni River has a lot of interesting background and folklore. So before I went, I did get lost in some YouTube rabbit holes about the Nahanni River. Absolutely.
That whole thing. I watch all that. Me and my dog, Mei Ling, we are hooked on, and we really shouldn't even call them this, because we call them the Alaska show. My wife was like, oh, you guys are watching an Alaska show. You know, the ones where the guys go out and they survive in the wilderness, or they live in the wilderness or whatever. And me and my dog always look at each other. Yeah, we could do it. We'd be fine. We would be fine. And my wife's laughing in the kitchen going, there's no way these two, no, they would never. For one, Jamie, you'd have to turn in your Native American card after about a day, I think, if you couldn't get a fire going. She's probably right. But we watch the shows and we're like, oh yeah, make a canoe. We could do that. Spear some fish. What's the big deal? What are they complaining about? Yeah, that's one of our hobbies. Anywho. So let's start people out so we know how just I am really impressed with your art, your music. Although, to be honest, I know what making music is not the easiest or cheapest thing to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's the expensive. All I got to do is get a canvas or a piece of cardboard or something, and I'm good to go. Cheap, easy. Making music is not, when you got to get it mastered and all this stuff. It's involved. But we're going to talk about that. But I want to start people out right out the gate here with one of your tracks. Now we have 4 we are going to play today. We've got When the Road is Uneven, Love Through Sound, Like Passing Clouds, and Falling in Love. What should we play first?
Maybe we start with When the Road is Uneven.
Okay, sounds good to me. I just have to make a note here. I can do this, actually. I don't have to talk about it. Everybody, here it is. This is Alex Krawczyk. This is When the Road is Uneven. Check this out. Here is the clip.
I've got a song that I sing when I'm down, something to steady my soul, and the words uplift me and bring me back to feeling whole. You've got a heart that you carry around, the burdens you hold
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing. I told you I did not like it. Alex, first off, these are all available, right? People, we just played the video. Of course, people can watch this on YouTube, but they can purchase this track, right? For themselves or?
Yeah, it's on all the platforms.
Nice.
Obviously, it's on YouTube, so be free for everybody, but it's on all the platforms. Yeah.
Folks, I always say, people always ask me, they're like, where you have these cool bands and musicians on the show, where should we buy their music? And streaming platforms are great. I say, first off, the best place, in my opinion, to buy music from any act is at the merch table at a show.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a merch table. People make fun of me in the art world because I always have a merch table at my art shows. And they're like, Jamie, nobody has a merch table. What do you do? I'm like, I learned it from my musician friends.
Yep.
I saw a lot of t-shirts being sold. It's easy. Sometimes not everybody has $500 for a painting, but they got $20 for a t-shirt, and I'll take that sale.
Yep.
I've already got the image. So merch tables are great. But if you can't get to a show, I get it. Use the streaming service or buy direct if you can. But yeah, a lot of musicians won't sell direct because it's a real nightmare shipping, and especially when you're dealing with other country. Believe me, folks. And these days, oh my God, I could go on a whole tangent about that. But no, use the streaming sites. The cool thing about a streaming site is you can buy gifts for people. All you need is their email, and you can send them a track. Because when you buy the track, whatever it is, it's $1 or something, maybe $2, it asks you for the email where you want this sent. It's a cool gift. Nobody does it. You'll be like James Bond. I'm just saying. You're trying to impress a lady. Everybody buys flowers and cards. Just do the flowers too. But a nice little bonus gift is a nice track in the email.
I think
in my opinion. That's all.
A lot of thoughtfulness for sure.
Yeah, see, there's a woman, and she's saying thoughtfulness goes a long ways with women. It's very true. It's very true. Nobody will tell these young guys that. Go out of your way. Be the good guy. Stand apart. Watch a nature documentary. Lions at the watering hole or something. There's a strategy going on there. They don't just stumble around hoping something happens. Come on, man. Anyway, what a track. Let me ask you now, to me, that track is polished. It sounds great. It's amazing. I know with my work, anything the public sees, and I'm the public in this, is the end of the road for that. There's been a lot of work before that point. And you can never tell with tracks. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. And I don't mean to overstep or offend. Was that an easy one or was it a hard one? Because to me, it seems easy.
Yeah, that was pretty easy, that one. I gotta say, yeah. But emotionally, it was about some hard topics. It was about suicide, actually. My colleague, my co-writer, and I and both lost people too in that way. So that was what that song was about, and not an easy topic. But with all of our music, we're trying to encourage hope and healing, and just hang on for one more day. If you're having a bad day, reach out, call a friend, get some help.
Absolutely.
Hold on for one more day. Yeah.
And I'm not trying to bring the party. I myself am in that situation, in that I had a younger family member made that choice. She was 17, and not a day goes by that I wish a phone call would have been made.
Yeah.
Who's to know where she would be today? You know what I mean? She was more talented than me, better looking, I can say that. She had a face for YouTube and TikTok. I have a face for radio. No, if you're in a bad spot, folks, please. I know it seems that that's an option, but there's other ways, man. There's other ways.
Yeah, and it leaves so much pain for the people left behind. So I don't think some people think about that in the moment, but yeah, there's a lot of it, and it's hard when you're in a depressed state. It is hard to reach out. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can only imagine. Yeah, but please do is all I'm saying, folks. And if not to family or friends, or there's support lines and this or that, or I don't know, send me a message on Instagram. I like to talk. I'll probably, I don't know if it'll help. It may not be the opposite, going, I got to get out of here. This is too much. He won't shut up. I'm trying, folks, I make jokes when I get nervous about stuff, and not trying to be disrespectful to anyone, but the point I'm trying to say is reach out. And for those who aren't in that situation, if you know someone who is in that situation, be open and available. And sometimes just listening is the best course of action. You don't have to solve their problem. Maybe they just need somebody to talk to.
Absolutely. Jamie, totally agree. Yeah.
On that, now we're all going to put on our black arm. You wouldn't see it on my shirt. See, that's what I'm saying. I get nervous. And
totally. Again, it's a hard topic, and I'm so sorry about your sister.
No, but what can you do? What can you do? And here's the thing. If you do go through something like that, folks, you'll never know. You may think but unless you're in that dark room, you don't know.
Yeah.
That's very true with anything. We hear all these crazy stories of people, and especially these days. And the reality is you don't know what anybody's going through, things that are happening. You just don't know. And it's real easy to make these knee-jerk reactions to stuff. I do. You see something terrible or whatever, and you're like,
yeah.
And especially guys, they just think they can swoop in on any situation and solve the problem. It's the way we were raised. I don't know, but they try to do that, and they think they can. And sometimes you just don't know the full story. If somebody's drowning, jump in there, baby, or at least throw them a rope or something. But it's like a girl-boy fight. Don't get in the middle of that. You don't know what I see so many young people. They get in the middle, they walk. I'm like, no, that is quicksand. They will get over their stuff and make up, and then you're the jerk because you came into it. So let them, unless somebody asks you.
Yes, wisdom, right? Is wisdom of knowing when to step in.
I gotcha. 1 second here. I got to type. So this is so unprofessional, folks. And I'll hopefully explain in 1 second. This was from my wife. Something I have not talked about publicly on my blog or anything. She just had a test run. She's having some medical stuff. And she's in today. I got done with the test. Hope your show's going well. I'm like, what's the update? Come on. What's the information? You can't just, the sky is blue today. So hopefully no news is good news, because I got no news right now. Jeez. That's a conversation we'll have to have later.
I hope she's okay.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Anywho. So you're making this music. Oh, let's play another track. Actually, because that's where we're at. Again, let me call up my little thing here. So we've got what we just played, When the Road is Uneven. Which one are we going for next?
If we want to totally shake up the vibe, we could do Love Through Sound, because that song was written as a love song to the Grateful Dead.
There you go.
I'm a deadhead.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. That's awesome.
I've even got a tattoo on my back to prove it.
Nice. There you go. Everybody, this is Love Through Sound. Check it out.
Casey Jones, you got me riding high, raving, soaring through the desert night. All your tender rhythms to provide love through sound. Take me down to the Cumberland mine, play your hand and do it slow and right. Words that glow, showing so much light, love through sound. Your golden road, a stranger shaking hands, and Uncle Sam's blues were playing in the band. Now we understand. bluebirds singing in the morning dew. It's so easy, baby, loving you. Your emotion we hear through and through, love through sound. Your golden road, a stranger shaking hands. And Uncle Sam's blues will help us save this land. Now we understand. Oh, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Love through sound. Love through sound. Love through sound. Oh.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. What a track. Grateful Dead. Grateful Dead. That's amazing. That is amazing. Your whole life, I imagine. You said you had a tattoo.
I do have a tattoo. I got it when I was 18, my Jerry Bear tattoo on my back. And
Nice.
I just love them so much. Like, I learned so much from their songs and from their vibe and from the community that surrounded them. And just like, love is everything, right? And yeah,
It's so sad when we just lost, rest in peace,
yeah, Bobby Weir.
Bobby Weir. And yeah, I need to do a painting of him. I need to do a paint.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I did Jerry Garcia, and the thing is, Grateful Dead's one of those bands. If you paint anything related to them, it's gonna sell within. It's like paint. It's weird, and I can't even believe I'm saying this in the same sentence, but it's painting a Taylor Swift painting. If the wife comes to me and says the dryer went out or whatever, or I need new pillar trim for one of mine fell off, we just bought that. I'm like, let me paint a Taylor Swift real quick here and pay for that.
Yeah, maybe Bobby Weir. There's a lot of.
That's what I'm saying. He's like an ATM. Anything Grateful Dead's an ATM machine in my world.
About the Grateful Dead, I put on my Facebook a video of Jerry Garcia and Bob Weir doing an interview, and you were talking about losing money making music. I think that band excelled at losing money making music, and they said they kept going because so many people relied on them for jobs, but they were losing money making music. They just loved doing it.
Sounds like I had a gallery when I lived in San Diego, and we just had a friend here in South Florida. He had a antiques business, and he sold a lot of art and whatnot. And he got sick and too sick to run the store. And so we went and picked up the paintings that were left that I had put in there, and we were leaving. And the other day, his business was right near the place where I buy vape stuff at. And we went to buy some vape stuff the other night. His business, see in the window, it's empty. It's an empty shell. So he's all moved out. And my wife's like, "Are you okay? Do you feel bad for him?" And I said, "No, I had my gallery. Same thing. I had to move it out. Not the same thing, but when that came to an end, I had to leave. And the biggest weight in the world was lifted off of me. I didn't have Danny's the wife. Hold on. Middle of a show, babe. Can't call.
Is she good though? Is that a good update?
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know. But we will find out. Anyway, yeah, the biggest weight. When you got employees, first rule of business, folks, everybody thinks owning the business. When I was a kid, I worked for my father, and there was a girl I liked a lot, and she wanted the Damned were coming in concert, and she really wanted to go to that show. And I had the money. We're going to go, and I knew I'd have enough because it was payday, right the same day as the show. And my mom handed out the checks to all the men in the machine shop there. I didn't get one. So I went in my dad's office and I'm like, Dad, I think there was a mistake at the check place. I didn't get a check. And he said, son, your name's on the outside of the building, your last name. And it's been a tough week. Didn't get paid first. Mm-hmm. I didn't have the money to go to the show. And it was very disappointing, but it was a good lesson because sometimes that's the reality of it. We went to another show the next week. Everything was fine. It all worked out. But yeah, you learn those lessons, and it's hard.
People first. I think sounds like your dad was a good man.
Oh yeah. And years later, I was in the same situation. The worst I ever had with my business is I had we're running a ton of time. I got to tell the story. It's funny. The electric bill was due, and so I didn't have the money yet. I was waiting on some people to pay me, and had to pay all the workers. And so I had to call the electric company to give them a song and dance to get that bill pushed a week. And when I called, the lady who answered, the operator at the electric company there, is somebody I had dated. She was an ex-girlfriend of mine. And so I started in with the spiel, and I didn't know that. Didn't recognize. I was just trying to push the bill back. And she interrupted. She's, Jamie, not a problem. Just get it paid. And I'm like, then I recognize the voice, and I'm like, oh man, this isn't James Bond at all. The Marx Brothers.
Life sometimes, huh?
Oh, I'm telling you. Let's play another track real quick here. We got Falling in Love and Like the Passing Clouds.
Let's do Like the Passing Clouds.
Okay, here it is, folks. Like the Passing Clouds. Alex Chick, check it out.
Of the world, I decided to look within, reconsider what I believe. Can I see? Am I here? Am I gone? I've been running away so long. As I return into my soul, I am free. Gazing over the mountains, I remember to be here now. Welcome my thoughts like the passing clouds, and I am okay somehow. Love is my religion. While I study here, I can be real, and I will share with you what I may know. Here we go. Love still stands while we're apart. You're in my head and in my heart. I sing your name into the wind, so you'll know. Gazing over the mountains, I remember to be here now. I welcome my thoughts like the passing clouds, and I am okay somehow.
And we're back, folks. We're back. How about that? Fantastic track. Let me ask you real quick, in making the track, is there a long period between conception of this piece of art to where we are now, promotion of it?
It's funny that you ask, because that one and I think I wrote it in 2020, February 2020. And it was very literal. Like, it was about meditation. I was at a yoga retreat. So a lot of the songs sound metaphorical, but they're very literal. There was one song I wrote called Space Between Us, and it starts, don't know where I'm going, but I'm walking. And I was literally lost in a forest. So some of it sounds metaphorical, but often it's quite literal. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Like the Passing Clouds is about meditation, calming down. Your thoughts are going to come and go, and just trying to accept that's normal and that's life. Yeah.
And 2020 was a weird time for us all. We got married a week before. I was making jokes about how, because I'm like, at our wedding reception with like my friends from high school and stuff, I'm like, it's like Ebola. It's not going to affect us here.
Ebola is terrible. Yeah.
Well, it is, but I didn't know anybody who had it personally. It wasn't in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting into a almost fist fight at the dollar store for wearing a mask. That happened in 2020. Yeah, because I was being good. I was doing what you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hopefully we learned some lessons and we don't have to go back there. Yeah.
I loved it. I'm like, I don't have to shave every day. 6 feet distant. Why did we ever get rid of that? That would have been great. And my wife made me the coolest masks in the world. They all matched stuff. I was looking sharp. It's okay with me. And washing hands. People were complaining about washing their hands. Are you kidding me? Wash your hands, you filthy MFer.
Yeah, that's a pretty basic. So I am a nurse, and our first lesson of nursing school was all about hand washing. It's literally the most essential thing to prevent infection spread within hospitals, within clinics, from one patient to another. Every time you eat, before you go to, bathroom, it's just so essential. So hopefully, again, we've learned some lessons and we don't have to go back there.
All I'm saying, if I'm in the hospital and they're working on me, I better see some hand washing is all I'm saying.
Yep.
I don't know. Anyway, so I understand, folks. Alex she's got a meeting to go, and I've been jaw-jacking, and we're out of time. So we're going to play her final track that we're going to play, but she's going to say goodbye first. Thank you, Alex, for
Amy. I am so grateful to be on your show. Thank you for sharing so much with me. I'm hoping that your wife is healthy and strong, and I'm just super grateful to you. Thank you to everyone for listening. And I'll just say, falling in love. I hope that we all get to fall in love over and over again with life itself, with love itself. And thank you.
And thank you for the tobacco.
Absolutely. And blessings for you. And I will offer some outside for your wife today. So.
Oh, I just got a text as you were speaking. She's fine, folks. Yay. She's fine. It worked. It worked.
Amazing.
Alex, go do your errand, and I'll land the plane here. Not a problem.
Jamie, thank you. And I hope to be back on your show because you're
anytime.
Thank you.
We could do a duo thing. It's the new show with the co-host, Alex Krawczyk. And folks, before you lose it, we've got clickable links right in the description. All things Alex. Cool. Check it out, and you've seen her website flying around the screen. Use it. Add her on Facebook and YouTube and stuff. Okay, Alex, we will see you later.
Take good care, my friend.
Absolutely. And folks, here's the last track that she was talking about, and I agree with her. Falling in love is the best. Unless the person just hates you and thinks you're a creep and a slime ball or something. No, it's still good. Still makes you feel good. And it doesn't have to be a person. You can fall in love with a forest or a vegetable garden. Everybody knows about my vegetable garden. I started during the pandemic, and I'm telling you, I've turned into a farmer pretty much. I love I love painting. I love being out in my garden. Food tastes better, and it is such a thrill. Somebody comes over for dinner or something, and you serve something you've grown from a little bitty seed.
Miracle. I love that. You plant a seed. It's such a miracle. It's the miracle of life. Really.
I'm telling you. Folks, here it is. Here's the video. Check this out.
I keep on falling in love. You know I'm falling in love. Can't stop falling in love with you. You said I can't fall in love. A direct call from above. Now I'm falling in love.
And there it is, folks. Falling in Love. What a track. What a track. Again, we have links to everything. Check it out. And we're going to have Alex back, too. She is just cool, turned up to 10. I just love her. And it's what a cool lady. See, this is why I do the show, because I get to hang out with cool people that are doing something, not talking about something, doing something. That impresses me. Folks, I hope you're impressed as well with whatever you've got going on. We're up against the weekend. Have a great weekend. Yes, the world's weird. I get it. Be kind. My wife says this, and she's so right. 100%. I know it's California sounding and everything. Whatever you put out in the world tends to come back to you. So put out good stuff. Yeah. Whenever I do charity events, this is very true. I do the charity events because it helps out a cause, and that's great. Makes me feel good. And you're doing some good in the world. I got to tell you, and we do charity events about every few months or whatever, when we donate a painting and they'll auction it off or have it in a silent auction or whatever, raffle it off. They raffle it, they make more money. But anyway, whenever I do one of those, a couple months later, I get an email, I get a phone call, somebody that I don't know. Yeah, I saw your thing at this charity. I always get business. It always comes back every time.
Beautiful.
I'm just saying. So remember things like that when you see. And here's the other thing, too. My younger friends, because I do have some of those, my Gen Z friends, they're like, Jamie, you're going to have an aneurysm. You keep watching, they call it doom scrolling. I don't use a phone, but they said you scroll through and you just look for all this. Take a break from that. Turn off the stuff. Go watch an Alaska show. That's all I'm saying. Find a cooking show. There's a lot of those out there. And just find some entertainment somewhere else. It doesn't have to be the downfall of Rome 24 hours a day. And a fun fact of Rome. It took Rome 300 years to fall. That's the thing that nobody ever remembers. They're like, oh, the U.S., it's like the fall of Rome. Maybe. I ain't going to be around for 300 years, hopefully. But it takes a while. And if you look at like Pompeii and stuff where those people were frozen into position, yeah, they were frozen in position delivering bread and stuff. People still had work, and they were all doing it. So you can't just curl up into a ball because you saw a weird episode of the Joe Rogan show or something. Come on, man. Find something else. Go Ghosts on CCTV. It's all a string every time, I guarantee it, but not every day.
There's a lot of good out there, right?
There is. Focus on that.
There's a lot of chaos, but there's also so much good. And
Absolutely.
that's what we need to build up and focus on.
Folks, that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you for listening and watching. For those on our bonus stuff on YouTube, we really appreciate it. And we will see you next time, folks. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
That's
This has been pop art painter Jamie Roxx's Pop Rocks Radio Talk Show. It has been executive produced by Jamie Roxx, recorded at his studio in Deerfield Beach in South Florida. All rights reserved by Pop Rocks Limited. Hannah Oli, Pop Rocks Radio. Estás escuchando Jamie Roxx de Pop Rocks Radio. Manténganse al tanto.
Hej, det här är Hicks från Sverige och ni lyssnar till Pop Rocks Radio med Jamie Roxx.